This is WGRZ-TV, Buffalo, New York. From News Center 2, here's Susan Banks and Rich Kilman.
Good evening. They wimped out tonight.
That's the opinion of Buffalo School Board member James Comerford. The issue is a Bible study club at McKinley High School. Club members attended tonight's school board meeting, the board to decide whether such Bible study clubs on school property are proper.
It raised a great number of legal issues.
Not the least of which, says Dr. Arthur Smuckler, is whether the board has the power to make the decision. It doesn't, but the courts do have the power, he said. From Robert Flowers, that just muddies the water with a legal smokescreen. Let's vote. From David Kelly, the state seems to say the Bible group would be a legal limited access forum. And from James Comerford, some board members would be happy, he said, just wimping out.
Well, I'm not happy. And I want these kids to have a decision tonight. And by sweeping it under the rug with a receive and file, that's exactly what we're not doing, is making a decision.
In the end, the decision was 6-3 not to decide, but to leave it to the courts if the kids want to go that route. Do they feel it's worth going to court over?
Oh, yes, definitely. You know, we've put most of the whole school year into it. We're not going to just let it go down the drain now.
Yes, to learn about God and the whole city goes crazy. I mean, we're just legally right, the Constitution.
The students tell News Center 2 they plan to meet soon to discuss, Susan, what to do next.
All right, Rich. In another area, most of the Erie County Sheriff's deputies work in the holding center, courts, and other public buildings. But 190 of them patrol the county on a regular basis. They consider themselves police officers, and they want to be treated as such. Many of those deputies gathered at a fundraiser tonight to help get money for the new union they want to form. Right now, they're represented by Teamsters Local 264, but they want to break away. And they need the cash as a legal fund right now.
We're not worried about repercussions. There's always a problem in terms of some kind of discipline when anybody breaks away. We're a little concerned about that. Some of the other reasons for the fundraiser, we may be able to use that money for private attorneys in terms of kind of discipline.
In their current union, the 190 road deputies, as they're called, can't qualify for the 20-year retirement system. Other gripes center on sick time, uniform allowances, and meal allowances. But the deputies' big concerns are salary and retirement, which they feel would be fought for harder with their own union. The Teamsters oppose the split.
There is a new development tonight in the saga of the Blaisdell Police Department. Village leaders have signed a contract with the Erie County Sheriff's Department, turning over protection of the community to the county officers as of June 1st. A group of Blaisdell residents has filed suit in hopes of saving the police force. However, the judge in the case has yet to hand down his ruling. Blaisdell leaders say the move should save the community more than $100,000 a year.
The confession of accused child killer David Hinchy will be used against him in his upcoming trial. Hinchy is charged with killing 8-year-old Jesse Powers, then dumping the child's body in the city's Riverside district last August. Defense attorneys have been fighting to keep Hinchy's confession and other evidence out of the trial, but tonight a judge ruled against Hinchy. That trial is slated to get underway August 1st. Authorities are still trying to identify the remains of a youngster discovered last week, and that waiting is even tougher for a Buffalo mother who believes they may be the remains of her missing son. Chad Thompson vanished in 1985, wearing an outfit that matches the clothes discovered with the Amherst remains. Investigators are now trying to match up the dental records of the skeleton with those of missing children in hopes of unraveling the mystery.
Erie County has a new district attorney tonight. Kevin Dillon named as interim DA today, following in the footsteps of his father, Michael Dillon, who served as Erie County DA before moving on to presiding justice of the appellate division. Son Kevin will take over his new job next week, and he'll be up for election to the post in November.
A 3-week-old boy continues his fight for life tonight, and his mother is facing drunk driving charges. 16-year-old Sherry Fouts was driving without a license when she reportedly lost control of her car and landed in a ditch in the town of Porter last night. Fouts is in serious condition. Her 3-week-old son remains in critical condition with a fractured skull.
I'll tell you about some prescription problems that could be costing you money.
A complicated application form has seniors in New York State losing money on prescriptions. I'm health anchor Ann Urbanato. I'll have that story coming up.
Now you can drive the Honda you want at a price you can afford. Don't miss the sale going on now at Eastern Hills Honda Village, 4891 Transit Road, just a quarter mile north of Eastern Hills Mall.
It's Sibley's Night and Day Fine Jewelry Sale, Thursday and Friday. Save 55% off every 14-karat gold chain and chain bracelet. And save 45% on all 14-karat gold earrings. Save 35% on all our diamond and colored stone jewelry. And when you visit our fine jewelry department, you'll receive an additional 10% off coupon to be used toward your first purchase of any item. At Sibley's Night and Day Fine Jewelry Sale, Thursday and Friday only.
Ceiling fans are a beautiful addition to any room, and Value Home Centers have a wide selection of ceiling fans by Bradford on sale. Choose from 3 models, just $29.88 during value-packed bargain days, Value Home Centers' biggest sale of the season.
Spring repair jobs are easier with this 16-foot aluminum extension ladder by Rich. It features self-positioning safety shoes and heavy-duty spring locks, on sale just $33.88.
Value Home Centers for the do-it-yourselfer in you.
Remember the days when you could drive a new car every 2 years with low monthly payments? Well, qualified lessees still can with Ford Credit's Red Carpet Lease Plan from Colonial and West Seneca Ford. This 1988 Temple 4-door can be yours for only $179.99 a month. It's that simple, but you better hurry before the best selections are all gone. Check out Ford Credit's Red Carpet Lease Plan and see why more people are choosing to lease. Come to Colonial and West Seneca Ford and bring those sunny days back again.
Just when you thought it was safe to listen to your radio. Sandy Beach, mornings on Magic 102.
The collapse of negotiations with Panamanian leader Manuel Noriega tops tonight's world and national newsreel. Secretary of State George Shultz saying late this afternoon that the deal to drop drug charges against Noriega is being withdrawn. The United States had offered to drop the charges if the military ruler would agree to leave power.
Also on tonight's newsreel, another plan to start sending American dollars to the Nicaraguan rebels. Reagan administration insiders say a plan is in the works to send the rebels cash for food and clothing. But Democratic lawmakers are drafting a resolution to block that aid. Peace talks between the Contras and Sandinistas are slated to resume in Nicaragua tomorrow. President Reagan has arrived in Finland tonight, where he is preparing for the upcoming Superpowers Summit. The President and First Lady leaving the nation's capital today. They'll spend 3 days in Finland before heading on to Moscow. That summit slated to get underway on Sunday. The INF Arms Treaty has cleared a major hurdle. North Carolina Senator Jesse Helms says he'll drop his opposition to the Medium-Range Missile Treaty, setting the stage for a possible ratification vote later this week. Helms says he still believes both sides fouled up in formulating the deal, but he'll not be able to block its eventual ratification.
And a startling court ruling from an Arizona judge tonight. An 18-year-old woman convicted of abandoning her 2 infant sons has been ordered to practice birth control for the rest of her childbearing years. The judge in the case telling the defendant that her case epitomizes the problem of children having children and should not go unpunished. Defense attorneys say the ruling will probably be thrown out on appeal.
Susan, the state of New York is appealing, trying to give away money, and there are few takers, Ann.
That's right, Rich. 8 months ago, New York State started a program to help senior citizens pay for their drugs. Today, only 65% of eligible seniors in Erie County have signed up. Only 50% for all of New York State. The state has made some changes to attract more